with millions and millions of fans. This is not going to go away. Like, we have seen it across the board in every single sport. And if you're gonna get the same eyeballs as the NBA, it comes with the territory.
Have you heard the WNBA's most recent remarks regarding Caitlin Clark? The fans are going crazy. The league's attempt to combat the venom directed toward Clark has backfired spectacularly. The criticism of the WNBA is becoming louder every day, with many claiming that the organization totally missed the mark. Let's take a moment to discuss Caitlin Clark. This lady dominated every highlight reel, filled arenas, and broke records left and right when she was in college. Her WNBA debut had everyone excited. Imagine stadia that are completely sold out, crowds yelling, and all eyes on Caitlin Clark. Anticipations? Through the roof. This is where things get insane, though, because her very first game was an emotional roller coaster. The attention, the strain, the fervor, and the response has been absolutely outrageous.
One of the reactions that you guys wanted to hear from me was about the stuff that Sheryl Swoopes once again said about Caitlin. She was on Gil's podcast, and honestly, you guys, I think I'm done talking about Sheryl Swoopes.
Cannot be a representation of what the WNBA would want in their league. This is our league. This was built, I feel like, as a women's basketball historian myself, I've been watching since I was 5. I was here before the league started, as a lot of the fans on social media feel the same. That ain't a representation of us. Y'all not like us. They not like us. Oh.
Caitlin Clark dropped 20 points in her very first WNBA game, which is pretty sweet for a rookie. But you know what's even crazier? She also racked up 10 turnovers. That's right, 10. It's actually a record for the most turnovers ever in a player's debut. Fans were shocked, but still hopeful. After all, it's Caitlin Clark. But now, a storm is brewing between Clark's fans and the WNBA. Something big is about to go down, and you won't believe what happens next. The league thought they were doing the right thing, but oh boy, were they wronged. Here's the deal. The WNBA dropped a statement that was supposed to address hateful behavior. Sounds good, right? Wrong. Instead, it blew up in their face like gasoline on a fire. Here's what they said. The WNBA is a competitive league with some of the most elite athletes in the world. While we welcome a growing fan base, the league will not tolerate racist, derogatory, or threatening comments toward players, teams, or anyone affiliated with the league. On paper, it sounds fine. But Caitlin Clark's fans? They're furious. They think the WNBA completely missed the point. It's like the league is playing checkers while the fans are playing chess, because the real issue isn't what's happening online, it's what's happening on the court. Fans are watching Caitlin Clark get roughed up, knocked down, and targeted during games, and they're wondering, where's the protection? Meanwhile, the WNBA is busy talking about monitoring online threats. It feels like they're living in a different universe than the fans, and fans aren't just complaining, they're walking away. One even said, "Please let this be the last quarter of WNBA basketball for me until next season. I can't take any more." Ouch. That's not just criticism, that's a loyal fan giving up on the league.
Please don't confuse me saying motivated by hate by meaning hating on a team the way a normal die-hard fan would. A die-hard Falcons fan can hate the Saints, but they would be going a little bit too far if they created nude AI pictures of Saints players and then sent them to the Saints players' families. That's what Caitlin stans have done to Angel Reese.
The disconnect is real, and it's creating some serious drama. Fans are watching Caitlin Clark struggle against physical play every night, and they're expecting the league to step in. But instead, they get a statement about online behavior. It's like ordering a pizza and getting a salad instead. Nobody asked for that. And here's where it gets even crazier. Renee Montgomery, co-owner of the Atlanta Dream, decided to jump right into the fire. She's now saying that Clark's fans have gone too far with their support. Can you believe it? That's like pouring gasoline on an already raging fire. The backlash has been brutal. Some fans are flat out calling the WNBA's statement cringe. They think the league is completely out of touch with what's really happening on the court. It's almost like the WNBA is watching an entirely different sport than the fans are. And if there's one thing this entire situation proves, it's this. The voices of fans are more powerful than the league ever expected.
A die-hard Celtics fan could hate the Lakers. And you know what? If we being honest, that Celtics fan base has definitely gone too far with some of their racist remarks and their treatments of players. It's not okay. A die-hard Tennessee Vols fan could have hated our UConn Huskies. But they would have been going way too far if they sent death threats to the UConn players. And that's what they've done. That's what Caitlin stands for.
Fire fans aren't just sitting back and accepting what the league says anymore. They're pushing back hard. And it's not just a few loud voices. It's a whole chorus of frustrated supporters. The WNBA may have thought they were solving a problem, but instead, they've created an even bigger one. Fans are feeling ignored, and that's never good for any sport. Right now, it's like the league and its fans are speaking two completely different languages. Glowing star, but here's the twist. Behind the drama, Caitlin Clark is sparking a full-on revolution. Arenas are selling out. New faces are flooding in. The energy? Absolutely electric. The real question is this just a short-lived hype, or the beginning of a brand new era for women's basketball? And the proof is undeniable. Families who've never even watched the WNBA before are suddenly packing arenas. One dad put it perfectly. "We've been following her for 2 years, and when the chance came to see her, we had to go." That's not just fandom. That's history in the making. Clark's impact is so massive that the WNBA has had to move games into bigger venues. That's not marketing spin. That's cold, hard proof that she's changing the game. High voltage, and here's the kicker. It's not just about Caitlin Clark anymore. Fans are now starting to follow other teams and players too. She opened the door, and now everyone's rushing in to see what they've been missing. So, what is it about Clark that's got everyone so hyped? One young fan summed it up perfectly. Her three-point shots and the way she makes really good passes. Simple words, but powerful truth. Her style of play is electric. She's drawing in fans who might never have given women's basketball a second glance before. Bar chart and the numbers back it up. In one game, Clark dropped 30 points. That's not just good. That's superstar level. But it's more than just the points. It's the way she plays, the energy she brings, and the way she's making people fall in love with the sport all over again. Seats, it's about changing who's in those microphones. The seats are filling up, and it's not just the usual crowd anymore. We're seeing younger fans, families, and people who've never even watched basketball before. This isn't just growing the WNBA's audience, it's reshaping it. And honestly, this could be the start of something massive. If Caitlin Clark can keep this momentum going, we might be looking at a whole new era for women's basketball. More fans means more money, more attention, and more opportunities for the league to grow. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Clark's still a rookie, and she's had her struggles. Remember that game with 10 turnovers? Yeah, rough night. But here's the thing, if she's already having this much impact now, just imagine what happens when she gets even better. Sports medal, but just as Clark's star is rising, a shocking decision threatens to dim her spotlight. The U.S. Olympic women's basketball team, undefeated since 1992, just made a call that's got fans absolutely fuming. Why would they leave the hottest player in women's basketball off the roster? Believe it or not, Caitlin Clark isn't going to Paris. That's right, the biggest name in the WNBA right now is left off the Olympic team.
And the reason?
She couldn't make it to training camp because she was busy dominating March Madness. Talk about bad timing. And instead of waiting, Team USA basically said, "Thanks, but no thanks." Now, don't get me wrong, Team USA is still stacked. We're talking Aya Wilson, Breanna Stewart, Brittany Griner, absolute legends. But leaving Clark out? That's like throwing the biggest party of the year and forgetting to invite the guest of honor. Bar chart, the U.S. women's team hasn't lost an Olympic Games since 1992, over 30 years of domination. So, yeah, they don't need Clark to win. But here's the real point. It's not just about winning medals. It's about putting on a show, inspiring the world, and getting people excited about women's basketball. And who's better at that right now than Caitlin Clark? Fans were ready to watch her light up the global stage, and now they're left wondering what could have been. Some are even saying Team USA missed out on more than just her skills. This was a chance to draw millions of new eyes to women's basketball. Imagine Clark draining threes and making flashy passes on the Olympic stage. That's the kind of thing that trends worldwide. United States, don't get me wrong, Team USA will still dominate. But by leaving Clark out, It feels like they played it safe when they could have made history. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a phenomenon. And phenomena don't come around every day. So what does this mean for Clark, for the Olympics, and for women's basketball as a whole? Honestly, it feels like a clash between the old guard and the new school, established stars versus rising talent.
And right now,
Tradition is winning. But here's the truth about sports. Nothing stays the same forever. Records fall. New stars rise. And sometimes, the underdog becomes the face of the game. Caitlin Clark might not be going to Paris, but you better believe she's not done making waves. In fact, this might just be the beginning of her story. Police Garlight from college superstar to WNBA rookie with a roller coaster debut. 20 points, 10 turnovers, pure chaos. She's already become a fan favorite. And here's the kicker. Clark's fans are ride or die. They're not just cheering her on, they're reshaping the entire sport. They're packing arenas, calling out the league, and making their voices heard. So here's the million-dollar question. Is Caitlin Clark's journey about to shake up women's basketball for good? Will this wave of fan power actually change how the sport works? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, with Clark on the court and her army of fans in the stands, things are about to get very interesting.